Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another BYOP video. Last year you guys loved my Valentine's Day palette, so I'm actually going to post what it looked like here and link to that video because I was thinking this year, okay, what am I gonna do with my Valentine's Day palette? Last year you wanted to see it again this year, and to be honest, I don't think I would do much different, but I wanted to make a condensed version, so a smaller version than last year, and add a bit of these special shades that I've been accumulating lately. And one of these is what I have on my lid right now, which, oh my goodness, like, so beautiful. It's a pink, so I will rarely use it, but I want to make a little bit of a new condensed version of it. And we're gonna do it like we did the neutral palette last time. I'm gonna tilt you down and we're gonna go through the process together. I haven't prepared the palette yet. I just pulled out my colorful pinks and purples and reds palettes, and we are just gonna take a look and come up with a palette together. I wanted to fit in a small Nabla palette. If we can pare it down to 9, that is very ambitious, but I'm aiming for the 12 number of eyeshadows. I think last year we were on the 20 number of eyeshadows, so just making a condensed version. I was never really a big fan of pink and red together until recently, and this year Katie Jane Hughes did one of her Academy looks, which was a wash of pink on the eye and a red lip. I loved it, and I decided to go my way with it, which is never subtle or editorial like cool like hers. It's just in your face pink eyeshadow on the eyes and a bright red lip on the lips. So let's get into the eyeshadows and let's get making this BYOP custom palette for Valentine's Day. Again, I don't celebrate. This is just for funsies and to make color stories. That's it. Here we go. I pulled out all my palettes, and as I mentioned, I want to start with some of the special shades that I want to add in this. And these are in these palettes right here. And I want to start by adding the one shade that I have on my lid right now, which is Cygnus. Cygnus. From Devinah Cosmetics. This is a fuchsia to orange shift, my gosh, of their multichromes. You can see a little bit the shift here. It's very beautiful and what inspired me today. I'm also a little bit inspired by the Divine Rose 2 palette by Natasha Denona. This is also what I'm wearing today, and that is kind of the vibe I want to go for. It's maybe a little bit more of a wearable Valentine's Day and not as in your face, but I don't know actually. So that one was one of the special shades that I definitely want to add into this, and then I think I want to pull in also some of my Clionadh cosmetics, but I'm gonna start by swatching them because then I know what color story I have. So this is Devinah Cosmetics, which looks very orange if you hold it horizontally, but actually on your eye it's really, yeah, now you can see a fuchsia. And then I have Torch. Oh, they're actually very similar, by Clionadh. There we go. They are very similar. Just Torch is a glitter multichrome and Clionadh is just a regular multichrome. I had no idea when I bought these. Wow, Alice, there we go. We discover some dupes just here. So I don't need both of them for sure. And another one that I like is Bloodline, but I think it's a little bit, the shift is a bit too blue, but actually not really. It really does have a nice pink base to it. So I'm gonna add Bloodline instead of Torch because Torch has, yeah, it's the same thing. And I'm not surprised there because they do have, I mean, there's only so many suppliers of multichromes in the world, but I didn't expect to have bought two the same thing. This is very inconvenient, especially since they're expensive eyeshadows that I get shipped from abroad. So, okay, we find out new stuff. And then I have another palette of special shades, which is my Tanuka eyeshadows. And from these, I think I was thinking of putting in this one, which is the Lifegiver. And it's a bit more, these are originally loose pigments that I press. This is a bit more glittery, and it has more of a like gold, pink to gold shift to it. And I think it's really pretty as a topper. So I want to put these 3 special shades in there. Let me see, what else do I have? This is Tomato Thief, but this is very dark, I think. I don't think it will fit. This is a red with some blue shimmer, glitter in it. And then we have this guy right here, which is a flaky. That is going to be very difficult to swatch. But I don't think I need it. I mean, these are fine already. So I'm going to put this palette away and then build from here. I actually thought of an inner corner highlight with this guy. Let me see if it's pink enough, because it looks pink in the pan. This is Sunbeam by Clionadh. Right here. Does that work? It works well with these for sure. It will work well with Bloodline as well. We'll keep it in a maybe, because it pulls in a little bit of a green shift that I'm not sure I'm gonna go for, but we can try. It's also very pretty in general. Okay, next up is building a bit of a crease color story next to it, and I want to go both bright and a bit more subdued. I feel like we're not gonna go red very much, simply because of the shimmers that I chose. So I'm gonna start with also again what I have on my eyes right now, which is Verve by Nabla Cosmetics. It is a soft pink. I love this formula, and it works really well with any of these actually. And I'm gonna remove the ones that in the end I didn't choose. So these 2 are not in there, and well, these are so similar, then it's fine, I can have them. But then now there's more space and a bit more clarity to me, at least. So I'll add Verve in there, and then I want something deep to darken my outer V. I am thinking this guy here from, which is Berry Shady from Makeup Geek. These were, by the way, this palette were all gifted to me. The rest I bought myself, but they're very similar actually. I don't think it's deep enough. I mean, I can deepen it more, but I'm not sure. This is gonna be a maybe, and maybe I should go deeper still with this other purple, but then it's purple, so not the right thing. Here I have some more deep plums. This is Tinseltown by Colourpop, which does not swatch very well. Quite similar to the Makeup Geek, but it seems to be building up darker. So I'll take this one here instead of that. Then I want something lighter, and I am thinking of going with this guy, which is Pinky Promise from Makeup Geek. Let's see if it matches a little bit. If it's light enough, because otherwise I'll go one up probably. That's the beauty of having these palettes in such a matrix system. This one is Tuscan Sun. Oh, Tuscan Sun is one of my favorites. Yeah, I think I prefer Tuscan Sun here. And actually, like on this side of it, like this. And that will be like my lightest transition shade. And then I want to cater more to the shade Bloodline, so this guy right here, which has a bit more green, and it will work well with the Sunbeam shade as well. So find a little bit of a different tone of mattes to complement that. And I'm thinking of going like in this direction. So a little bit more, I actually am sure this was in my previous palette too. It's like the most beautiful berry. This guy is Paradiso by Colourpop, and with Paradiso you can throw in this guy right here. There we go. Look at that deep purple, which is Sleeper. and that will pull out more of that purple in this shade. My goodness, so beautiful. I think I need a like light, more pink or neutral highlight, inner corner highlight. I have this pretty one from Lethal Cosmetics that is just an icy pink, but I don't know that that will, I mean, it's very pretty, but I don't know that that is maybe too cool toned. Yeah, you can see that it has almost again a green, almost a green shift, much less than the Clionadh one. But yeah, it has another light shift. There is this one from Colourpop, too cool toned. What if I go like old school with a Makeup Geek foiled? This might also be too icy. Looks like it. Where are all my nice, is it this one? Ah, this one is a more warm toned highlight, inner corner highlight. I think that will work better, and that is Vivacious by Colourpop. And for Makeup Geek, I also still have Nostalgic from their old formula, which is similar. But yeah, I only need one actually. I am wondering whether I want to add, since I have a little bit of space and I'm a bit like done with these shades, these type of shades, if I am either going to go more like pop of pink, or if I want to bring in some of the reds, because I love red and I love wearing red. But then, yeah, the color story shifts still a little bit, and actually probably this can go like so. The color story shifts a bit again, but I don't want to add too much shimmer, because now I only have 4 mattes and the rest is all shimmers. So either I can bring in like a red, like that. This is Fahrenheit by Nabla Cosmetics. Let's see how that plays with all of these guys, because it could maybe just work fine. But I think it's quite similar to this wine shade, that is this one right here by Makeup Geek. I don't think it's red enough to actually shift the whole idea of the palette. So what if we did Love Plus by Sugar Pill, and that's a red? Could we fit that one with maybe this on top? I think it's too far. I think you would need then also a red shimmer to add to that, and then you're 3 shades further. Like have just it's almost a red trio, and then it doesn't fit into the color story anymore. Even though red and this purples also goes very well. Let's try that. So what if I remove something? So what if I try to do that color story? That would be Blazed by Devinah. This is Love Plus. I also have an option with Inglot 296 for a lighter red. That is maybe less bright or easier to find in store. But I like Love Plus, is one of the best reds I own, so no, I'll keep that one. And actually the other red I was missing that wasn't it was in a different palette is this guy right here, which is Sauced from Colored Raine, which could be even better than Love Plus because it's a little bit deeper and warmer. Not, yeah, maybe for aesthetic reasons, but Love Plus would have been also fine. So what if I do that and that, and then remove this one, because I can use this purple also to deepen that color story, and add a darker red instead. So shift maybe like this, like this, like this. I'm trying here. It's very, ooh, like this, and a red. Yeah, let's take this one then, which I liked before. like so. And then we have this color story for the palette. We're at 12 and it might actually work. Let me clean my hand and swatch them all together and see if we like it. I also reshuffled them a little bit, and let's see if it's less chaotic and if this works. I'm gonna swatch them vertically as I would put them in the palette as a little color story in itself, maybe. So this first one is Vivacious by Colourpop. Then I would put Blazed by Devinah Cosmetics. This is my favorite red shimmer. It's such a beautiful warm toned red. And then Sauced by Colored Raine. Also an amazing red. These ones I think are only available in palettes now, and I depotted mine actually. So this would be my like red color story. Okay, I reshuffled you guys a little bit so that you can see again a little bit better the colors and the shifts. And I'm gonna move on to the next shade, which is the Lifegiver from Tanuka. I probably need a glitter glue for this one. I should have put down a base because it's quite a chunky topper. But I think you can see the effect, and it's like a golden pink glitter. Then we have Tuscan Sun from Makeup Geek, which is gonna be my transition shade. Beautiful pinky warm salmon color. I don't know why Tuscan Sun, it reminds me of salmons, but that's okay. Verve from Nabla, and here we are going more into the actual pinks. Then we have Sunbeam by Clionadh. And I wonder if actually this is gonna shift enough pink, because you can see in the pan it actually looks pink, but I wonder if it's gonna shift enough pink on the eye. But it's definitely an interesting inner corner highlight. Cygnus, I don't know how to pronounce this in English. I would say Cygnus because Cigno in Italian is swan, but yeah. Anyways, this is the multichrome, the pink to orange multichrome. And finally, Makeup Geek Berry Shady, which is a dark, I don't know, berry red, berry shade, matte for this row. And finally, the more purpley row with Bloodline from Clionadh, Paradiso from Colourpop. I think this makes it much more interesting, especially Bloodline makes it very interesting. And having these special shades kind of makes it of a different palette from last year. And this one is Sleeper from Colourpop. These dark purples are very difficult to formulate. I think they did a good job on the eye. It works really well. And here we have it. This is the complete palette. What do you think? Is it varied enough to be a Valentine's Day palette or a February palette? So there we have it. That was the palette. I forgot to record an outro, so that's why I'm holding it vlog style. Haven't done that ever. But here is the finished palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you would have changed, or if this is the color story that you would have imagined for a February Valentine's Day type of a palette. And if you like the video, again, give it a thumbs up, then I know to do more of these. And don't forget to share with your friends if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.